The loss of Junior King has settled into a painful reality that South Africa is still struggling to accept. Dugulth Junior King Ferreira was only 29 years old, yet the impact of his life and work feels far greater than his years. His passing on December 11th did not just end a promising career, it created a silence that continues to echo through the music industry, the dance community, and the lives of those who knew him personally and those who only knew him through a screen. By December 19th, the final farewell had already taken place. The memorial had been held. The funeral had been completed. What remained was grief, reflection, and a deep sense of disbelief. For many, the days leading up to the burial felt unreal, as if the mind refused to accept what the heart already knew. Junior King was gone, and nothing would bring him back. The family's mourning became public during the memorial service, where Junior King's parents, Marian and Max Ferreira, finally spoke. Their words carried a weight that no headline could capture. A parent is never meant to bury a child, and yet they stood before the public, trying to make sense of a loss that defies understanding. Max's words were simple and raw. He said it was a big loss and that only God knows why. There was no attempt to explain the unexplainable. There was no search for meaning beyond faith. Just honesty. Marian Ferreira's grief revealed another layer of Junior King's life, one that fans rarely see. She spoke about how she often prayed for her son, knowing that not everyone understood him. She described him as someone who loved deeply and freely, even when that love was not always returned. Her words cut deep when she admitted that people seemed to love him more now than before. It was a painful truth, spoken without bitterness, only confusion and sorrow. Perhaps one of the most heartbreaking moments came when Marian revealed how she learned of her son's death. It was not through a phone call. It was not through family. It was through social media. In an age where news spreads faster than compassion, that detail alone revealed how cruel modern loss can be. She also spoke about her daughter's anger, an emotion many families feel but rarely voice. Anger at the timing. Anger at the unfairness. Anger at the world continuing as if nothing had happened. Junior King's death was the result of a head-on collision on the N1 between Colesberg and Bloemfontein. According to police, his vehicle collided with a light truck. In the car with him were his 2 young children. They survived and were rushed to hospital, later discharged. That detail alone continues to haunt many who followed the story. The fact that his children lived while he did not has left people asking questions that have no answers. Before tragedy struck, Junior King was in the middle of what many believed would be the most important chapter of his career. His journey began as a dancer, long before he was known as a rapper. He worked with some of the biggest names in South African music, including Casper Nyavest, aka Costa Titch, and Early B. Even then, those who worked with him noticed something different. He was disciplined. He was hungry. He was intentional. As his dance career gained international attention, Junior King made a bold move. He transitioned into music, choosing to rap in Afrikaans, a decision that required courage and confidence. It would have been easier to follow trends. Instead, he chose authenticity. That choice paid off. Alongside Kayla Peters, known professionally as Kay Medusa, Junior King's music career exploded in 2024. Their collaboration resonated deeply with audiences. Their songs gained millions of views. His YouTube channel grew rapidly. His track Ghetto became his biggest hit, cementing his place in the Afrikaans rap scene. But success never pulled him away from his roots. Junior King owned the King Dance Studio in Kariega, where he taught hundreds of children. Teaching was not a side project. It was part of who he was. He believed in creating opportunities where few existed. For many young dancers, he was proof that dreams were possible. Those closest to him often spoke about his work ethic. Early B described Junior King as someone who earned everything through hard work. He said that if people truly wanted to honor Junior King's name, they should not limit their respect to social media posts. They should try to mirror his discipline, his dedication, and the effort he put into his craft every single day. That statement took on even greater meaning when news emerged that Junior King and Kay Medusa had dominated the 2025 Public Health Entertainment Awards. The awards ceremony took place just days after his death. Artists from the Eastern Cape and Northern Cape were included for the first time, and fans voted alongside judges. Junior King and Kay Medusa won the majority of the awards, including Album of the Year. Kay Medusa attended the ceremony and accepted the awards on his behalf. Her words revealed a side of Junior King that few people saw. She said he was never just a social media sensation. While others slept, he edited music videos. While others relaxed, he planned his next move. Their wins that night were not accidents. They were the result of countless unseen hours of work. Junior King's influence extended beyond music. He choreographed dancers who later gained international recognition. His talent was visible from a young age. Former National Arts Festival manager Nobasuthu Ray recalled meeting him when he was only 15 years old. Even then, she was struck by his maturity and depth. She described him as a star before anyone knew he was a star. He actively sought knowledge, asking others to teach him styles like gumboot dancing. He was never satisfied with what he already knew. Now, with his funeral completed, the focus has shifted from planning to remembering. The pain has not faded. If anything, it has become quieter and heavier. The kind of grief that does not scream but lingers. The kind that follows families home after the crowds disappear. Junior King leaves behind parents who must learn to live with a permanent absence, children who will grow up knowing their father through stories and videos, and a creative community forever changed by his loss. He also leaves behind a body of work that continues to speak for him when he no longer can. His death has forced many to confront uncomfortable truths about recognition, about how often flowers are given too late, and about how fragile success truly is. Yet despite the tragedy, Junior King's story is not defined by how he died. It is defined by how he lived. He lived with intention. He lived with purpose. He lived creating, teaching, inspiring, and pushing boundaries. And even now, after the memorials, after the funeral, after the final goodbye, his influence refuses to disappear. Junior King may no longer be present, but his work ethic, his music, his vision, and his impact remain. In that way, his voice continues, not through sound, but through legacy.